Thank you, Pradik, for the video. A very refreshed and pleasant morning to the honorable faculty, esteemed seniors, our batchmates, and the juniors. After hours of preparation, the beat of SOAR 10.0 resonates with all your presence here. This is Achanta Harshita from second year Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering Department. And this is our immense pleasure and privilege to welcome you all juniors to the orientation and registration 10.0. Many juniors will have doubt like what is ANARC? ANARC stands for Asimov NIT Agartala Robotics Club. It is the zone of hard and soft works which fills the intellects of the students with enthusiasm to make the most satisfactory in their college life. We are always eager to vigorously engage in the forthcoming club activities. You will have plentiful opportunities to flourish as a student and as a person. Now, I would like to call Suman sir. He is a man of distinct vision and a fortune head of illuminating ideas, an ideal of knowledge, experience, and inspiration to all of us. We admire your spirit of integrity with 100% dedication to the education of computer science. You are an inspiration to many of us and will continue to remain so. Sir, uh,
Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible to you all and visible also.
yes, sir.
Am I audible? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'll request you all to switch on your camera. This is a customary approach, even though it's an online thing. So first you have to feel that we are having an interaction with human to human. So it's always a customary approach. I will request you all in future also, whenever you make some kind of activities, keep your cameras on so that the person in front of you have a feel and we can make the things best in virtual mode also. First of all, my cordial greetings to each one of you who are the organizers and who are the participants. There is a long history behind this activity. Around 2010, first the idea of such type of club came in my mind, and we then started 16 different clubs. But interestingly, that 16 clubs, whatever we thought initially, that means output. Now, let me just come down that since 2013 and 14 onward, the club had got a different feeling. So all your seniors has worked a lot. So when they were, apart from your regular classes, you are arranging such type of activities, remember that gives you a techno-managerial skill, because there is no syllabus for that. There is no marks for that. You are doing it with self-enthusiasm. You are combining from different branches with a common goal. But sometimes you misunderstand the word robotics. In many cases, the first misunderstanding starts about robotics from the club. By that, I want to mean today, whenever you are showing the video, I was really enjoying and appreciating. You people have collected the previous information and really made a very wonderful video. But as I always say, we are just like an integrated family, and we have to find out how these things are all connected to one thing, that is our career. Enjoyment is automatically followed and enjoyment is coming later on, but first it is our career. I hope all you agree. That means what you do, that's your career. So this club teaches you first how to make a management of different people from different branches and different opinion. So that's a wonderful thing. Next best part is, with lot of constraint, you don't have the machines, you don't have resources, but you have a good plan. So that's why I thought that whenever I'll be talking to you this year, definitely there are challenges that you people are at your home, till you people are continuing it. So the first thing, you have to take it up as an achievement. How at the end of every year we can showcase our achievement. So this is an introductory part, and I want to really congratulate all the senior people. That means second year onward, everyone who have taken this ethos to introduce the same system to the juniors, that is the first year. Now, when they are first year people, they have from the school, they are introduced into the college facilities. which is a professional course. But unfortunately, they have not yet seen the college. They don't have the feeling how exactly college life happens, how big is it is. So we are having almost a very dropout situation into classroom. We feel that this is not like even our school days. So that's why there are a lot of discrepancies in the understanding what in a club should be. This morning, whenever we are assembled here, it is only 58 people, including me, in this gathering. But we don't go by the numbers always. I'm sure that these 58 people altogether can do something by next few months. I will eventually share some of the experiences with you. Let me start with, so you can see robotics is not a toy. I'm sure that is visible on your screen. The video is there. This is a full-fledged robot, which is an autonomous robot, and it is a differential drive robot, not a toy. It's a research matter, and it is having a lot of sensors like LiDAR sensor, and its regulatory systems, its power connection, it's fully programmable. It can sense is the three-dimensional system. So you can understand we all admire and dream for such type of device. It's a handmade in our lab. The challenges you have to take from engineering point of view, not just a toy making point of view. Okay. So these type of feelings you must have from the first day of the club. Yes, such type of achievement is not possible in the first day. So you need small things which all your senior brothers and sisters will be definitely teaching you. But you have to understand, when this chassis was made, that was a perfection of mechanical engineering. When there was a planning was done, it was an integration of production engineering. Whenever it was electronic matter, computer science, electronics all came together. Whenever it was a programming, definitely it was computer science as a major, other branches also there. There has been voltage regulation, single power source, distribution of the power, then communication part. So it's an awesome thing. Now the question, have you seen such type of robot in Indian market ever? I hope the answer is no. We have designed such type of 3-4 varieties of robot, starting from the graphics, presentation. It's a niche. You see, it's a complete professional design. Complete professional design. So that's why the journey is not so easy. Now on top of it, you can see there is a LiDAR, moving LiDAR. I don't know how much it is visible to you. It is moving 360-degree. So 360-degree whole dimension is programmed, found out, path planning, whatever you are studying in classroom. Now you can find out a meaningful entry into that. That's an engineering. So at the end of every year, I request my student come up with a careeristic matter which you can connect with your career and come up with a very nice presentation. In all the top interviews, my students are asked about such type of projects. And some of the students' reports are, we talk almost 10-15 minutes only on project. Three-dimensional designs, and this is a prototype, rapid prototyping in our lab. Various such type of things are there. So you can understand in robotic lab, we also have to discuss about the 3D designs like Autodesk Fusion 360, etc. So my only submission to you all, whenever you come down to these robotic club activities, please be professional, please be envisioned that I am here with such identity which will connect to my career. तो यहाँ पे कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि we feel that only a boss among some people. No, you have to put your identity in national or international level. You have to keep an eye on the competition, and from my part, as much as possible, I'll try to support you so that you go for the national or international competitions into this domain. Before I conclude, I have few points to mark because the time is very constrained and I will not take more than few minutes. The first point is you people have great potential. You have to identify the potential professionally. Otherwise, there is no meaning of the club. My objective is very clear. At the end of the year, we have to show our achievement. That is point number one. Point number two, your time is precious, very precious. You cannot waste your time in teaching others. You have to ignite others that everyone should be involved in a community or cumulative learning. That means whenever seniors are experiencing their different kinds of difficulties to the juniors, you have to take it up as an experience you are directly downloaded from the senior, where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You start from the next level. Third point, you are belonging to various departments. You may be from civil engineering, maybe from any of the departments. Now, whatever is your engineering branch, you have a contribution in robotics. Robotics is a greatly misunderstood word in our community. If you are from civil engineering, you understand a toilet cleaning, an automated toilet cleaning comes under the robotic system. If you are in civil engineering, a safety exit plan, an elevator plan, these are all is a proper robotic system. The elevator is one of the great robotic application. If you are from mechanical engineering, I'll share eventually if I get time in future. If you arrange some programs, I'll show you some of the more easy things, how you can bend metal, how you can geometrically mend things. So I just want to point one thing to you all, that you have to have a very specific objective. When I got the first invitation, I was really happy you people have arranged this year the time. And I know many of you are highly enthusiastic. So last 30 seconds, I want to give you a demo. Just allow me to switch on my dynamic camera. So once again, I'll be just switching on to a moving camera. So my demonstration here is very simple. That means the objective of our work to be taken up from a scratch point. Say you people want next year to show a simple matter to the juniors on the first day, that how any branch of engineering can be connected to a robotic system. So such type of theme must be there for SOAR. Now, in case of SOAR, we know that's an introduction to previous experiences and achievement. And believe me, many of my students have organized wonderful workshop, and that include aerodynamics and aeronautical workshop. I have those videos. I wish sometimes I will share all those things with you. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm just switching on the camera. Okay, I hope these things are visible to you. So here you can find out a chassis. This is an omnidirectional chassis, very nice chassis, and it's a 3-wheeled omnidirectional chassis. So this particular chassis is having a geometrical perfection. Now you can understand that this geometrical perfection is coming from a lot of precise prototyping. So this prototyping and other matters, whatever will be given to you, just a second, I'll be disconnecting from the audio system for a few seconds. Here also you can find out there is a small robot what I was talking about. It's a robot operating system enabled, and we can program it. Now we are programming this part only for one reason, that robot operating system must be introduced. And I will request all the seniors that you introduce this robot operating system to everyone from the beginning, so that all of them can find out that how nicely you can connect to the formal system. That formal system, I just want to mean that whenever we make formal systems active, just a second. Okay. By that formal system, I want to mean anything you can present to the world by a systematic approach. Okay. So I'm once again giving you all my that means possible support assurance, and I wish you people will be growing like anything, and soon we'll be coming face to face and we'll be doing a lot of interesting stuff and make this club activity more professional, more presentable. And I will request your office bearers, you must conduct these periodical activities, as now online facilities are there, more just at least once event in a month, where you can invite me and I can also connect other people. Before I conclude, there is going to happen one innovation carnival, for which I will share the detail with you by tomorrow, and I will request all of you to take part in that innovation carnival as best as possible. There is a possibility that you people can get fundings, and also you can apply for your ideas into a startup. So that will be 2 days program, 10th and 11th February. The detail will be shared with you, and that is also connected somewhere to the club activities. Now we are having one Institute Innovation Council, and there is a common work facility where you people can come and can work. Like you require machines, small machines. So where you can get those machines. So such type of facilities are there. If you are highly enthusiastic and if you are really motivated, then there is a scope. So I wish all the best to the whole activity and group members, and I'm waiting for some of the outstanding students who are feeling interested can directly communicate to me, and I can take you through my such activities. In our lab, there are wonderful humanoid robots. There are some XY plotter robots, and those robots are not just for namesake. They are all professionally and scientifically, and also you can say engineering oriented presentations are there where we can present these as a book chapter, as a research paper. If you face any problem anytime, feel free always to communicate to me. And all the best. Take it as a professional level, not as a just time pass matter. I am waiting for the achievement of the whole club and also want to showcase it to the institute level and national level. And I'm waiting really for your great ideas. All the best. Thank you.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest speaker at our seminar. Your presence and wise words helped magnify our cause in the best possible way. All thanks to your enlightened words that inspired so many people out there. Now, Gokulnath Bhaiya, our senior from the third year from Computer Science and Engineering Department, we are happy to tell you about him. He is the best guider in every aspects like web development, app development, core electronics, and designing. Now I would like to call Gokulnath Bhaiya.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Gokulnath from Computer Science and Engineering Department. So, yeah, as mentioned, firstly, I'd like to thank Suman sir for taking your time, sir. Really, we are pleased to have you. A very warm welcome for you to you, and we had a very you presenting those videos and everything surely did inspire everybody. And like Suman sir, the way to describe him is he's a multitasker. Means you see whatever works that we have done is just 5% of his work. Means the things that we observed from him. So yeah, those are the things. But the time I would like to introduce what our club would like to share with you. Whatever works that has been done so far, we would like to share it with you. The projects, events, everything. The flow would go in that way. And I kind of consider my team to be history rewriters because they did write history in a different way. Because whatever works that was meant to be happening in offline mode, they did make it in online mode in a very well way. And we were not able to give our maximum in project making, but still we did do with our best. And we'd like to present all those things to you. And we'd just like to start. Yeah, Ashita, you can continue with that.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Now I would like to call Harsha, my batchmate from Electronics and Communication Engineering, to proceed with his presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I am Harsha Gopsetti from second year Electronics and Communication Engineering. In our club, we work on robotics. Besides, we build devices which automate tasks, where electronics plays an very important role in our work. Today, I am going to discuss about role of electronics in our club. In our club, in development process, we follow these steps. We design circuits, do simulations, make prototypes, and we will build the final working model. And this is the example project we made in our club. This device takes an AC input and checks it with the previous input from same channel, and if it is different, it will send an SMS using GSM module. And this SMS will be read by an app, and it will display the status of each channel in this order, I mean whether it is on or off. In this project, we had three parts. I mean, this you can see this here. We are having one circuit. This circuit is designed in a way that it will take an AC input, which will convert into DC power source to power an opto-isolator IC. In our club, we will require knowledge of basic electrical and electronic components to design devices like this. And in we have to integrate them in robots. This is a microcontroller. In our club, we will require the knowledge of microcontroller. Microcontroller can be treated as a brain because it will have all the instructions how the robot or device operates. These are few examples of microcontrollers. This is an Arduino Uno, and it is an ESP32 and Raspberry Pi, which is an more like a computer. And we also require the knowledge of writing these instructions. And these instructions for programming this, we need a language which can be learned from official Arduino language reference web page. Here we are showing one example of an blinking LED, which will blink LED at position 13 in Arduino Uno at an interval of 2 seconds. And in our club, we also require the knowledge of these sensors and modules. And in the project shown before, we used this GSM module to send an SMS datasheet. Whenever we want to learn about any data, I mean any how the electronic components works, sensors works, modules work, we refer those technical data sheets. These data sheets have all the information about working conditions and how these electronic components work. And we make simulations to test our designs so that we can print them on PCB. And we use softwares like Proteus to make those simulations in our club. And we also require the knowledge of prototyping so that we will test our designs in practice. And these are the tools shown here we use for prototyping. Thank you. And now let's have a poll.
I think everyone got a notification. Just open that. If anyone missed it, check in activity panel.
Gokul, is there any problem going on? I'm not able to get any audio.
Yes, sir. Just a small poll is going on.
Okay.
The question was, have you already worked with any of the microcontrollers mentioned below? Arduino, ESP32, Johnson Nano. I am new to robotics. Yeah, Pratik, now you can take forward.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Pratik. I'm a second year EC student. So let me turn on my camera and show you some projects, the live projects. Okay. So is the screen visible? Please, Harshita, can you confirm? Can you able to see the projects?
Yes, yes.
It's a little bit now. Okay, I'll just adjust this one. Okay, now can you see it?
Somewhat close. Move.
Somewhat close now. Okay. Yeah. I think it's because of the network. Okay, no problem. You can see it. You don't need to be sure that what's the pin number is. You just see what the project is about. Okay. So far Harsha mentioned about that we use some many modules and microcontrollers. So here you can see most of you are familiar with this one. This is a breadboard and this is jumper cell. So in schools, in school projects like 11, 12, you have made some projects also. Like in CBSE, there's projects. You know about this one. This is a breadboard. This is jumper cell. So the new thing here is this Arduino board and this module. So this is an ultrasonic module as mentioned by Harsha. So with the help of this module, you can say this is somewhat like a sonar. It can sense the distance of an object from it. Now, with the help of this model, we can do various projects. Now, one great example of this is the Tesla car. You know, most of you know that about the Tesla cars, that if some random object comes in front of the car, it just apply the brake and stop that car straight forward. Now, you may be wondering how the Tesla model is able to do that now. The reason is robotics. With the help of robotics, you can do some great projects. Let me show you how it's working. So with the help of this ultrasonic module, we can do some projects like we can simulate what the Tesla model does. So if an object come in front of it, it's too close, then it will give me an alarm that, hey, something is there in front of 10 centimeter distance. So let's do that. I'm uploading the code. I'm not showing you how the code will be working because it will be too much complex for you. So I'm just uploading the code for a demo. Yeah, the code is working. So our objective is that if an object comes too close, it is. So I've set it in this way that if an object comes within a range of 10 centimeters, it will show me an alarm. For alarm, I'm using this LED here. It will bring that LED here. So for example, I am considering this is an object. So if it is too far from this object, from this ultrasonic sensor, it will not give me any warning. Now if you slowly move it somewhat closer, say the moment the distance becomes less than 10 centimeters, it should give me a warning. Okay, so let's come closer. You can see we got a warning. The distance is less than 10 centimeters. So we got a warning that, hey, something is there in a range of 10 centimeters. So this is the way that the Tesla model works. Now the Tesla model is too much advanced from this one also. This one is just miniature version. There's a replica of what the Tesla is doing. This is a very minimalistic one. In Tesla, you got many features like it will also say about what that object is. Is it a person or is it a car? You can do like that one, but it will be more advanced version. This is simply what's happening. Now, if I move back it again, it will turn off the alarm because it is not within the range of 10 centimeters. So it is the beauty of robotics that if you know the right tools and how to use it, you can do whatever you want if you know the right tools. Now, if you might be wondering how I am able to make these connections, how am I able to do the code, how am I able to manage all these things. Now, if you're wondering how I am doing that, then you are heartily welcome to join our club, Anark. Now, with this, I finish this introduction about this small demo of this project. Next, my friend Abhijit will continue.
Thank you, Pratik, for that wonderful demonstration. Good morning. My name is Vijit, and I'll be talking about a very crucial aspect of coding slash robotics, and that is image processing. So basically, what is image processing? It is a field which does the same functionality that our eyes and brain do together for humans. So it takes in an image input and makes sense out of it. Uh, we see image processing basically all around us. Snapchat filters a great example of it. Looking at a face of a person and judging where the eyes are, where the nose is, and putting various filters on it in the correct position and aligning it with the face. Some other examples, such as some of the cars have some cameras around them, which can be used so that it can model a 3D picture of its surroundings, which can be used to from everything from parallel parking assistance to threat management, etc. In robotics, we see it everywhere. Like, for example, in our context, a line follower robot. A line follower robot is basically a robot which follows a distinct line on a plane. So how does the robot know where the line is? It has to have some sort of system to know that a black line on a white plane is somehow distinct. So there, image processing plays a role. In industry, we can see robots which are used in assembly lines, which can sort out defective products based on their size or texture. Same concept there. Image processing is used there also. So right now I'll give you a demo. I'll share my screen and give you a demo and show you a project that I made, which firsthand shows you the functionality and the use of image processing. I hope my screen is visible. Okay. So this is a project, and let me just start it and everything will be clear. I think all of you know what a Rubik's Cube is. So this project, what it does is, it takes a Rubik's Cube. All you have to do is show it to this grid. And as you show it, it automatically decides which color goes where and integrates it into a 3D model of sorts. So now the image part is pretty simple, right? All it has to do is look at the image and consider which color it at each point it is. The basic processing part comes in the fact that the real world is not as ideal as we want it to be. Red is not completely red, orange is not completely orange, and that's how it works. So somehow, what our brains do instantly, the program has to do with some sort of an algorithm to distinguish between red and orange and yellow in various lighting conditions, no matter if it is too bright or too dark. Obviously, there is some sort of a threshold too. You can't have it very dark so that nothing is visible, or very bright so that everything looks the same. So basically, this is a 3D model of the cube that I showed. And my computer just scanned it for me. And now I can use various sorts of algorithms to solve it. For example, this is one of the algorithms that I made to solve the cube in somewhat less number of moves. So this, I think, gives you a first-hand demo of what image processing is capable of, what the essence of image processing basically is. And yeah, I believe that you have found it interesting, and looking forward to your contributions and interest in this very interesting field. Thank you. That's all from my side. And now I'd like to hand it over to Krishna to continue with the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhijit. That was a wonderful presentation. So, can anyone confirm, is my screen visible?
Yes.
So, good evening, everyone. I am Krishna Chandak from Mobile App Development Lead at NIT. Today, I'll be giving a glimpse of what is mobile app development is all about and how to get started with it. As many of you already might know, it's all about making and building apps for mobile devices. These can be Android, iOS, or iOS. The most popular and everyone's favorite Android. Let's take a sneak peek into it. By far, it's the most popular mobile operating system and the most used OS overall. You may or may not have known it, but it's just a modified version of Linux. Well, not just that, the Android SDK software development kit helps us to build mobile apps for Android and integrate various features into it. Before going any further into app development, I would like to show some of the projects that I and the the club members have built for a fresh motivation and an outlook of what app development is about. So the first one is Arduino Gsm. As already the electronics part is shown by Harsha, I'll tell what the app basically does. So like we all know what a robot is, and obviously we want to communicate with a robot, to give some instructions to it and to receive some too. And out of many ways to communicate wirelessly with a robot, in this project we have chosen GSM modules for conveying information to and from the robot. GSM is a technology invented in the early 2000s. It's very effective for communication over longer distances and where latency is not an issue. This mobile application communicates to a robot's onboard GSM module and conveys information and status of the different components of the Arduino board. And now some fun projects. Like the first one, as you can see, is just a simple board games. It can play tic-tac-toe, Sudoku, and snake game against the computer. The second one is a text recognition application. What it does is it scans the text out of any image. As you can see, I am scanning the image of a Google page, and it scans the image using the phone's camera and tries to recognize the text out of it. It uses the Google's machine learning and vision kit to perform the OCR, that is the optical character recognition. As a further feature, it tries to isolate any street address present in the text document that we have recognized. Well, the third one is a resume builder. The name suggests it creates the resume or CV for you. Just enter the details and you are good to go. The data is synchronized all across the cloud servers, so you can access it anywhere, anytime. Well, I think that's enough project talks. Let's see how like like what's mobile development. So mobile development brings a lot of options with itself. You can build Android apps, iOS apps, or even both at the same time. Publish your apps to Play Store and App Store and have fun along the journey while learning a lot of skills. It's a vast field and a rewarding one as well. Thank you. Over to you, Mayur.
Thank you, Krishna.
Gokul, I just want to interrupt you. Actually, I'm having, Mayur, hold on for 1 minute. Just stop presenting. Okay. Actually, I have another meeting. So before I leave, I just want to share a few experiences with you and then you continue. Okay. Just allow me 1 or 2 minutes time. So is it fine for you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually, I thought that it's a introduction to the first year people, and they have not seen the college, so they must know what exactly facilities we are having. So the audio will not be available. I'm describing. So it's visible, I hope, huh? This is our artificial intelligence lab, and here you can find out one robot, which is first time in India we procured. Then now I have heard another universities also procured. So it's a research version of humanoid robot. Visible to you all, no? You can see?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is one humanoid robot where the skeletal movement is a major component. That means how the skeletal part of like human-like bodies, etc. So it's a very complex component. That means whenever you see our body part, the knee joint, ankle joint, how they are programmed. So this is a different arena where you can think of human movement. There are a lot of sensors. Like now I'm just demonstrating about the touch sensor, then intuitive behaviors. Now it's an inspiration that not all of you will be able to work onto that, but at least periodically I can show you how these works are done and how it works as a human. It's just like works as a human baby, and cognitive level, sensing level, etc. all are very interesting. So what is important for all of us to know, the skeletal movement as well as these interactive decisions. So everything control from programming point of view. So this is a programming window where we have different customizable windows. And let me show you one complex movement. So this is how the robot see the world. Few minutes back, it was showing that how image processing is important. That means computer is not processing the way we are processing. Computer have to take it up, filter it out, and somehow we want to mimic the human behavior. So it is the vision of the robot. Now that vision needs to be filtered, enhanced, and accordingly it to be processed. But after that, if you look into mechanical system, how the mechanical design has been connected. See, this is a very complex mechanical movement. Let me just go back and start. See, from sitting position, it is standing up. You have noticed sometimes old people or even babies, when they first start learning, As a young people, you ignore those difficulties of physical movement. So there is a specific physical movement. So we issue some commands and accordingly see how the scaffold of body is done and then it is executed. So at the background, you can see a lot of robotic stuffs and a lot of other chassis are there, which we make in our lab from scratches. So various people are working onto that. Master degree level people, even PhD problems are there, and BTech people have also worked, and some of people have worked. They are highly placed. That means one of the top salary earner people are worked on these type of platforms. So a lot of research issues are there. Now see complex movement. You see the complex movement. So that give you a goosebump that how these programs are happening. So today when the sensors and other matters were discussed, I hope you people will be correlating that how vast this and how significant the whole area is. Nice. Now if we move further, so you can find out it can track my face, it can accordingly interact, it can produce sound, it can have a lot of degree of freedom, etc. Next, this is the hand scratch. The few minutes back I shown you. Now it is loaded with depth sensor. On top of it, it's the internal reals and depth sensor, which can three-dimensional visual inference can possible. Now, what exactly this robot is seeing? That is a big question. No? That I can see this is from a side, but how the robot or how the machine is looking to the world. So the machine looking to the world in this type of scenario, that is called simultaneous localization and mapping, called SLAM, which is also very interesting, very professional area. Now you have heard about unmanned vehicle around the world. So they first take the world in a such type of depth sensing. So this is available in our lab also, this particular sensor. This is three-dimensional scanning. From three-dimensional scanning, it can produce models. Okay, this is just for a demonstration I'm keeping out here. Now, the robot looks its surrounding in this manner. If it is in a room, it looks to its surrounding like this. If it is an outside, like this. So just I want to mean, few minutes back you have seen the example of Rubik cube, that the Rubik cube is inferred by the machine in a very precise manner, then solved possible matters, etc. So quite interestingly, the robot looks the object into this manner. So object identification is one of our very interesting research area. So I want everyone from the first day you have an imagination that I want to land up in such type of professional areas. The robot sees its surrounding in this manner. And you cannot extend it up. You have to do it by next 6 months or 1 year. So this is the inspiration just I want to share with you that today, whatever the demonstration and projects, these are just like your nursery school ABC matters. Within 6 months, you come up in a position so that you come up with a great zeal and great application. So that's all from my part. I have some other preoccupations, so I have to leave. You continue your discussion and demonstration in the best possible manner. That was from my part. Thank you and all the best. I'm leaving the meeting right now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that was sure an awesome thing. So let me now show my presentation. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes,
Yes.
you can continue.
Okay. So hello everyone, myself Mayur from the technical team, and now I'm going to introduce you all with one more cool project. As my friend Krishna has just spoken about Android development, you might be thinking like, how can we use it in robotics? And that's exactly what I'm going to show you now. Now, have you ever wondered how cool it will be to control everything with your hand remotely? Of course, I guess you have surely wondered about that. As IoT and remote control devices are becoming more and more common these days, a day when we'll control everything with our very own smartphone is not very far because like it's the only future, right? So our Bluetooth-based board controller does the same thing. This Android app can control any LED, that is, it can turn it on and off by just a single click. It was a collaborative project where I dealt with the Android part and Harsha did the microcontroller part. Now let me just show you a small demo for this. I hope you can see in the screen. First of all, like this is the Android app where a list of Bluetooth devices are shown and we have connected with the required one. Then whenever we have clicked here turn on, then the LED glows here, you can see. And whenever we have clicked turned off, the LED stops glowing. So this was a small demo for this. And so this is the first screen that you have just seen, which first asks for your Bluetooth permission and then shows you a list of Bluetooth devices available to you. Then you connect with the one that you require, and then the next screen, that is this one, appears. Now here, like there is a button for turning on and off the LED, and also there is another button for disconnecting the whole device. So whenever you click the turn on button, the LED turns on, and vice versa. Now you might be thinking, like, how is this actually working? Like we are clicking on the on my mobile phone, and how is it actually going to the LED? So I won't bore you with the technical steps. Rather, I will just give you a small glimpse. Here, like I have just shared some small code. In the left side, you can see that like whenever we click the turn on button, it sends a command which is like it sends a command A over Bluetooth. And whenever we click the turn off button, then it sends the command B to the Arduino or like any microcontroller that you are using. Here, ESP32 is being used. So on the microcontroller part, like if the command receipt is A, then what it does is it just turns the LED, it just makes the LED high. That is, it turns on the LED. And if it receives B, then it just lowers the LED. That is, it turns it off. So like this is a very simple model where it controls a single LED with only two commands. And now you can expand it to a large scale. Like you can control more advanced boards and with many more controls. So that's it for this project. Now Rohit will continue with the next part for 3D modeling. Thank you.
Guys, 1 second. Thank you, Mayur, for having this beautiful introduction about how this app is connected to robotics. Now, based on what you have seen, guys, so there may be two possibilities, like you may be doing hands-on projects or you're just simulating. So let's have a poll about what you prefer the most. Okay, I'm launching the poll. So I have launched the poll. It might be available to you. So you just give your blank shot that what you prefer the most. I'm waiting, guys, for your response. Yeah, two people has given, yeah, hands-on projects. Nice. Okay, I'm showing you the results. Yeah, 7%. The majority is doing hands-on projects. It's really nice, because doing hands-on projects now you will understand the concepts very easily, because you will able to see what's happening. Yeah, the majority wants hands-on projects. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. We'll end the poll in few seconds. Yeah, the majority is doing hands-on projects. Okay, it's really nice. Yeah, I'm ending the poll here. So we conclude that the majority wants doing hands-on projects. So it's really nice that doing hands-on projects now you will able to understand the concept more easily and more faster way than doing it simulating or understanding the theory. Okay, that was about a small poll. Now, Rohit, you can continue.
So, hello everyone. My name is Rohit, and let's start with the 3D modeling and design in robotics. So, 3D modeling is basically designing all the inner parts and components in order to make your robot move. And designing is the outer, all that stylish design that we make in the outer side of the robot or the machine that we're trying to build here. Okay. And why do we need 3D modeling? Since it's a way to materialize your imagination, not just like in the physical world, and to also materialize it on the software first, and then figure things out. And it's a way to illustrate your creativity by first making a model of it, trying to show how it moves and how it's going to help us. And it's also useful to analyze all the designing that you're trying to build here. For example, all the how much tension can your robot take, what kind of work does your robot do, stuff like that. And here we see is an example of a 3D illustration of a self-balancing robot. You see this cool design here, right? This is the designing aspect of 3D modeling. And this is the technical part, that is the inside whole working part. And this is usually made by using a CAD modeling. Now, what is CAD modeling? Computer aided design. So we use computer aided design in order to figure out all the things that we need in order to make the robot move. That is the amount of voltage required in order to make the robot move, the amount of friction that is required in order to make the wheels move, and then joining all the components together, the framework and the space required to do it, and then also figuring out how to what kind of Arduino or chips that we need to use in order to make all this happen, and where should the wires fit together, all from A to Z that is required to make the robot move. And here it's another example of what we're trying to do here at Anak, and that is 3D render of a camera module used in automatic attendance system. So inside it's just a camera, but outside we make it look at least a little bit cool. And you can do stuff like these too, right? So to make all of this happen, we need 3D graphics. Now, of course, you know graphics, right? Things we see in our movies, in our TV shows, etc. And here we use 3D graphics. Why do we need 3D graphics? Because things are three-dimensional, of course, and that's and since we have to make things 3D, so and then also we also need to give life to our imagination. I mean, for example, if you have to make, let's say for an example, a hand robot, so we need to first figure out what kind of joints you got to put together first, and what kind of materials that you need to put together, and stuff like that. And it's also and that too we can just buy it from everywhere and then try to figure it out together in the physical world, right? First we need to figure out what kind of components that we need, and 3D graphics helps us figure it out together. So thus it's quick, easy, and increase efficiency of what we're trying to build here. And it's also cost effective way, since it takes nothing for you, not even a single penny, in order to first build your whole model and then simulate it. And there are a lot of softwares that give us this 3D modeling features for free, and those are Blender, Maya, Fusion 360, SolidWorks, and Solid Edge. You can use any one of them, and hope this will help you figure out your journey in 3D graphics. Thank you. Now over to Harshita.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for the capturing the event so perfectly with your projects. Let's see what are the competitions that are happening in Anarch. For that, I would like to call Abhijit.
Thank you, Harshita. Let me just share my screen once again. Okay, I hope you can see it. So yeah, hello again. I'll be talking about the various competitions and Moocs and courses that Anak participates in and sets up for its members, because we truly believe that we should have an environment wherein we learn along with actually building projects and advance in our skills. So yeah, first competition that I'd like to mention is a very prominent one. It's called E-Yantra. So yeah, E-Yantra is conducted annually by IIT Bombay, and it's a MOOC-based competition. What does it mean? It's a new concept that has come into robotics competitions. It's unlike any other competition you've ever heard of. So it's a long competition, 5-6 months is the duration of it. But the thing is, it's very beginner friendly. You do not need any kind of prerequisite knowledge to participate in it, as it is also a course alongside a competition. So in that 5 to 6 months, a team of 2 to 4 people participate from a college, or 2 to 4 people from a single college. And what they do is they participate in segmented tasks that eYantra provides for you. They don't give you the theme to make, final theme to make at the very end, but they give you the very initial stage and then the stage 2 that builds on stage 1, etc. So anybody who participates in it, even if they don't excel in the ranking systems, anybody who participates 5 to 6 months, they learn a lot, and whoever comes back from this comes back with a heavy knowledge of robotics and all kinds of niches that robotics has to provide. Another added benefit of participating in this is that the finalists of eYantra competition, those are the ones who have crossed every single of these segmented stage. The finalists get a very good chance for an internship in IIT Bombay. So this year's theme in eYantra was agriculture, based on agriculture. And as you can see, these were the basic projects that the teams had to make. Not all of them, of course. One of these projects were chosen by each team, and such as dairy bike, soil monitoring robot, functional weeder, and strawberry stacker. So all of these explore various niches of robotics, all the way from drone control to physics of balancing systems to electronics and everything. So yeah, all in all, participating in this is a great learning experience, and of course, glory awaits for you if you do well in it. Next one I'd like to mention is Robocon. Now, Robocon is one of the biggest competitions in the Asia Pacific region. It is as big as they come. Over 20 Asia Pacific countries participate in this competition, and every year one of these countries host this competition. This year, India was the host of this competition, and IIT Delhi was hosting this competition. So this competition is based in two stages. This is not a MOOC-based competition as shown earlier in eYantra, but the two stages are league stage and final tournament stage. So in the league stage, you basically compete among your countrymen. So in a national level, you have to take your team of 10-15 members and make robot or robots to participate in some kind of a theme that they set, and you compete within the country. And in the final tournament, you get to compete in an international level. So for people who have qualified the league round, they get to represent India in an international level over all the rest of the countries that are participating, which of course is a great honor. This year, as India was the host, the game's theme was the Indian game Lagori. And just to give you some kind of hint about it, this is the basic schematic diagram of the playing field. R1, R2 are the robots by each team. So the thing is, this is not a miniaturized robotics competition. It's a very hefty task, and it's a very interesting task as well. So this field that you see, this is actually not a board or some small plane on the floor, but it is as big as, say, a volleyball court. So you have to make robots of significant size, and that really helps you expand your skills as you're making big robots and brainstorming with 10-15 other people and learning from each other. So some people can handle the mechanics part, some people handle the electronics part, and all in all, you come out ahead as a very learned person in terms of robotics. These are some of the designs made in this year by our participants. So these are some of the parts. This is not the complete robot, of course. Some of the parts that we made our team made in this year's competition. So as Rohit was mentioning before me, that 3D modeling is important in terms of robotics, as it helps you to give life to your imagination and also test the robot. So as you can see, various parts, we can make it with exact dimensions to see how it fits. We can also test its physics, the physics of the system, the mechanical rigidity and strength and response to various forces, etc. So this all in all is a very interesting and useful way to do robotics, because it's not only in your head, but you have an active way of simulating it, so you know exactly what is going on and what to expect. Apart from all these competitions, ANARC also sets up various courses and Moocs. So these courses, of course, ANARC collaborates with a lot of companies and a lot of course giving platforms to provide best opportunities and exposure to robotics to its members. Because obviously we don't expect you to come into the club and have gained mastery in robotics already. None of the members claim, even the seniors claim to have complete mastery over the robotics. All we are doing is pursuing this field and helping each other learn. So the club contacts many companies, provides courses that might be a little tad bit more difficult for you to find if you're not inside the club, because of course more of the companies tend to contact the club members of a robotics club of NIT Agartala. And also you get a lot of advantages in these kind of courses when you get them through clubs. So advantages like, special rewards, special certificates, discounted pricing, swags, and all these things you can get, and you can avail a lot of opportunities plus a lot of advantages that a non-member would not get. So I hope this was intriguing to you, and after coming into the club, you'll participate in these and help yourself learn and also bring good glory to the club. Thank you so much, and that's all from my side. Harshita, you can continue from here.
Yeah. Thank you, Abhijit. Now, in ANAC, we have fests like Tech Tour and IAM. To know more about that, I would like to call my.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Oh, so hello everyone, once again. So before starting off, like I would want to ask everyone a question, like how many of you know about IAM? Just turn on your microphone and say yes or no. Do you know
No.
about IAM?
No.
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 No
So
way.
what?
No, Vijay.
No.
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 Okay, okay. Thank you for
No
your
way.
responses. So what is IAM? IAM is the biggest and the most awaited tech fest of NIT Agartala, which is held around October every year, apart from this unlucky COVID times. So you can see in the picture, like if it has been physical, then it was surely grand one and one of the biggest tech fest of NIT Agartala, of course. Now, this tech fest also features events like Robo War, Line Follower, Pico Blast, Tech Expo, like which are some of the competitions are team based, some are individual. So they are you have to like participate and compete with other participants, and the top performers also get a lot means various kinds of rewards. So next, like we would like to say, like we'll show you like one of the event that is Robo Soccer. Most of you have probably seen it already. So I will play it once again. So here, what is happening is like there are two robots from each side. One is acting as a defender and one is acting as an attacker. So the goal is to like take the football and make a goal on the opposite side, just like a normal football game. But instead of humans, the robots will be playing, and they are controlled by the remotes, as you can see here. So I hope like most of you have enjoyed the presentation. And the next thing like we're going to introduce is the Tech Tour. Now, what is Tech Tour? This is a special event which is like to enhance the technical and management skills of everyone. Now, this happens around March and February every year, and like there are several technical activities that are conducted under this, and mentors are also allotted. So some of the events that are held here are like Death Race, Preco Blast, Circuito Gigs, and there are also quizzes, tech talks, etc. Now, after that, like the top winners also get awarded, and also the top projects they are also get funded from the club, so that they can also expand it and make it like more viable and in a big scale. So that's all from this side. Now we will have a short poll. Over to you, Pratik.
Okay, guys. So I think due to this COVID now, you don't know much about what are these events that our club is going to organize. Two major events are Tech Tour and IAM. So far, you have seen that one of the most means this disco light thing is this IAM thing. Na? So let's have a poll. What's your what's your opinion so far you have seen in this presentation? Which event you prefer? Okay, I'm launching the poll. So yeah, I launched the poll. Please give your blank shot here. I'm waiting. Yeah, yeah. Nah, what I guessed is I am. The majority ones I am. Yeah. Okay, 14 for I am and 1 for Tech 2. Yeah, it's obvious. This disco light thing, most of them wants I am. Okay, guys, it was really nice. If you want the I am now, so once the college open, we'll organize this I am in a grand manner. Okay. So just be with us and arc. So I'm ending the poll. I guess that most of you are fascinated about I am. So thank you for this poll. Okay, I'm ending the poll here. Yeah, you can continue now.
Yeah, now I would like to call the main head and president of the club was Gokulnath Bhaiya. Now I want to request him to speak.
People. So Welcome you all. Initially, yeah, I was okay, fine, whatever. Like I thought Suman sir would be there. We would be able to show him this all, but he had some works, no problem. So at least you people saw it, like what are the things that were happening and everything. Okay. So yeah, at the starting time, I started by saying my team is a history rewriters. Why did I say it? Is see there is a common myth that is going on. Robotics club, the activities, projects, everything is something that is not possible in uh, this current situation, online mode. No, that's a myth. That's completely not true. It is possible. So see, the works they have done so far, they did do when sitting in their home. So whatever myths that you people are having, or might have, it's not. It's just a myth. Do not believe it. Okay, so because these projects and everything, whatever they have shown, is a proof of it. And yeah, that's the case. And a very lovely presentation. My team, super awesome work. Okay, and yeah, that was the case. And now I'd like to introduce you people to my team. Okay, so whatever team that has been created, it's everything. I'd like to introduce you to them so that you'll know for particular thing, particular of your interest, whom to contact. Everything. Okay. Let me present my screen. Yeah, I know my screen is visible. I'm in our club's website. So let me go to team. In the teams page, you will be able to see all the team members that is available and the current role they have been situated to. Like for example, myself, Gokulnath, I'm the president of the club, and Jagadish third year Bhaiya is a web development lead, and Priyanshi Setia, EIE department. She's in from third year, content lead Anak, and Shivani, and she's public relations head in Anak. Okay, and your nearby seniors are your second year, the second years present. In the second years, the vice president of the club is Achanta Ashita, and web development lead in the second year group will be Pratik. And then Asha is there, is the technical lead. Siddhant is there, is a technical member. Shriyans is there, is the robotics design lead. And Bharat is there. Bharat is the design team member. Krishna is there, is the app development lead. Syed is a designing team member. Shiva is technical team member. Abhijit is technical lead coding. And Rishita is designing team lead. And Mayur will be technical team member. Okay, so these are the people, and more are there. Wait, and Darun will be design team member, and Devayan will be technical team member, and Rohit will be technical team member. So these some of the people have been presented the presentation to you all. Yeah, that's how it will go. Whatever needs and necessities. So we hope that we increased your interest, triggered your interest. So whatever interested you the most of those presentations, you can contact them particularly, and you can explore the things. Okay. And one more thing that was presented by Abhijit was e-intra and Robocon. This year we are trying to do something new. That is, we generally recruit, right? How do we recruit? Means we'll initially have some sessions for you people, and then once once the sessions are over, and then we'll start recruiting. And in between, we'll have some workshops, webinar, etc. will happen, and then we'll recruit. That's the process that happens. But this year, we're planning to have something different, trying to give something like an internship to work inside the club. So there are some activities that are happening. There are some projects that are happening already. So that will be listed in the means that some has been listed in the presentation itself. Some more which are happening which hasn't been mentioned, which will be presented to you if you are interested. Okay, and like there are some events also, like Abhijit presented e-intra and Robocon, right? So currently e-intra is done, Robocon is still happening. February 24th will be the first day of submission. So how do you means, yeah, of course there is for generally what happens during recruitment is there is a long time that happens that takes. Okay, so if you guys are interested in taking a part in it before that, like an internship opportunity, we'll have to give it to you. How do we give it? So I showed you there are some that Robocon related teams, everything was done. So initially the workflows goes in like designing, then the technical part, robotics part comes, etc. So currently we are in designing part. So people interested in designing. So whatever was illustrated to you now, those things, people interested in designing might contact your seniors. And if you are like, of course you people know nothing. Of course you know nothing. We know that. But still, if you guys are interested, the thing that we would expect from you is like an interest to learn. That's what we'll expect from you. an interest to learn, and a proper communication. Because of course we need a proper communication. You be in a group and we add you in, and you stay forever there, and without no communication, it'll be a problem. Nah? If there is no communication, will be tempted to remove you. Those all will happen. So we need a proper communication and an eagerness in you people to learn. So those things will be expected, and that will be the flow that we are expecting. Yeah, in that way we are trying to create something in that way. And this Robocon competition is robotics at its peak, because whatever Suman sir was describing, its initial stages starts with this sort of projects. I would put it in that way. So yeah, whatever is required can be learned from this. That's the way it will go. Yeah, and our flow means I'll just give a gist of next what are the plans that we are having. Coming from April Nashita, when are we planning to start the next sessions? February 17th. Okay, I guess February 17th. So during those February 17th at times, we'll have different sessions like app development session, Python session, electronic session, etc. Every week we'll have, because you guys are having Saturday classes also. So we'll try to have it in that way only, and we'll introduce you people to everything based on your interest. We'll introduce you to workshops, webinars also, and then finally we'll recruit you. Before that, this internships, we'll keep it in mind if you guys are interested. Not everybody will be taken, like 2 people only, maximum 2. In that way, we'll take the maximum interest will be coming. Okay, so that's all from our side.
Bhaiya, first class is on Feb 20.
Okay, in Feb 20, we'll contact you on Feb 20 during that time. Okay, yeah. So that's all from our side. We happen to see a lot of people raising hands for queries. If you have anything, you can ask.
Hey guys, it was a wonderful session. So you might have some questions. So I am opening the Q&A session. You can now, I'm turning on. Yeah, the Q&A session is turned on. You can ask your question. We are happy to answer your questions. So I think every member of the ANARC shall be able to get the questions. So if you can answer it. Yeah, guys, you can find that Q&A section in your activity section. Or if you haven't find it, let me open the chat section also. You can do anything, either in the chat section or in the Q&A section. Yeah, one question. Bhaiya, what is the recruitment process in ANARC? So our vice president may tell it, or our president Gokulnath Bhaiya will tell it about this. Bhaiya, can you please tell him?
Yeah, I'll tell you people. Recruitment, how does it happen is, initially we'll, of course, before recruitment, after recruitment, we would have some expectations on you, because why do we recruit? Because we have some projects and we want you people to start working in it full time, not full time, give your maximum to it. So for those particular projects, you should have some base now, so that those bases, to build those bases will give you some time. That's why the recruitment, we have planned to keep it on April. It will come during April. Before that, whatever months gaps is there, you will be getting you will be working, you will be improving your skills, like whatever skills, no problem, but you will be improving whatever that is there, and based on your skill will get you on. It's not a deal, but it's not only technical it's not required. See, inside the club, web development happens, app development happens, and then electronic stuff happens technically. Non-technically, if you see, content writing happens, video editing happens, those all things are also there. So whatever skill it is, you try to improve it, and if you are adapted, if you are properly suitable, we'll take you on. That will be the process. It depends actually. Maximum recruitment process is online or offline as asked. For your seniors, it happened online only, no problem. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't matter, online or offline, it doesn't matter. Whatever is the case, it's going to be a face-to-face interview. If you're there in the college, we'll see you. We'll fill your dresses, everything. But if you're not there, we'll just see your face, no problem. But at the case, we'll be requiring what you are all about. So that can be received from you, even if you're in online, even if you're offline, no issues. Bhaiya, is there any WhatsApp or Telegram group for better interaction or communication? So yeah, generally what happens once the SOAR exam is done, SOAR thing is done, we'll create 2 groups, 2 groups generally, because 2 groups now, as the participants increases, the WhatsApp group links that will be created and it will be shared to you people, and you guys can join in it, and that will be the official group between you and us, to have a contact of whatever information, whatever sessions that is happening will be informed to you. Anything else? There was another question.
Yeah,
Will,
Bhaiya, there is one more question here. Let me
yeah.
find it out. The one question says that do you need to have to buy something?
No, yeah, but get laptops. That will be necessary. It depends on your work. Like, if you are truly into design, modeling, etc., then you have to select a proper laptop. The GPU matters a lot in those things. Those requirements are there. But if you are like into coding, you can buy an ordinary laptop. Get a Lenovo laptop that was not recently released, but third recently released. Say for example, in that way you can get some Lenovo. You can get in that way. But yeah, will there be a written exam for it? Yeah, this time we'll have a written exam. Actually, we would require a written exam. We would require to check the IQs of your people also. So some IQ based questions will be there, and yeah, those all will be there. They're not too much serious. That written exam will be the process for filtering. Maximum face-to-face interview will be the criteria that will be selecting you all.
Acha, Bhaiya, there is one more question. There are
Yeah.
few questions, sir. There are various works to be done for building a robot. So do you have to learn about all different parts or focus on one?
I'll tell you that every aspect of robotics that you will enter is the ocean actually. You can't get into one thing and say, I can also deal with another thing when you start doing things at its maximum potential. So get to know, I say you people explore everything and you will have ideas of everything, and you will select at the end, you will select that this is what I am, and you take that and start doing it to the fullest so that you benefit maximum from it. The other things that you did will help you to choose which one is yours. Okay, so it's not necessary you need to have ideas of everything. Means I have ideas of everything, but max full idea means something. If you're gonna work on, that should be only one thing. If it is one thing, now that will be benefit for you. That will be easy for you also. Yeah, if it is more than two things, if you're able to manage that, then you can do it, no problem. It's all within you. Like if you are able to manage more things, then you can take it, no problem, no issues.
Bhaiya, another question: how many can be recruited in our club?
Yeah, every year 20 is the number that will be recruited. Out of the number of people that is participating, 20 people will be taken, but it depends. If this last year it was 20, last year I don't remember. In my batch it was around 20. I don't remember, plus 20 plus only. But in your nearby seniors batch it was 20. In your batch, if it depends actually. If you people there are a lot of people who are like really skilled, then the numbers might increase, no issues.
Okay, so we can do like that. Bhaiya, will there be any written exam for it?
I
The
said
recruitment.
yeah, written exam will be there, like IQ based
Yeah,
question. Okay.
if it is offline, no, then there will be written exam definitely.
Yeah.
And another, are we going to get an authenticate SolidWorks software? No, we don't give because it is really costly. But we can do like if we get the proper funding now for the club, then we can consider.
Yeah.
I think I can answer this.
Yeah, Harsha.
Actually, instead of SolidWorks, you can get Fusion 360 student version. All you need to do is you have to submit your registration slip, some document related to college, so that you will get access to download the software, and it will be free until you complete your engineering.
Okay, there is another question like what are the resources to follow? You can follow any resource you want. You can for coding, you can follow online resources like Geeks for Geeks, W3 Scholar. You can follow some YouTube channels. It is up to you. You can follow anyone, whichever you feel comfortable. No, there are many resources available.
We'll also be giving some
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the resources when the
During the SOAR
classes start.
classes,
Yes.
once the SOAR classes start. So there's another question, Bhaiya, how much time does the club activities take, as we have to properly manage our time?
What does that mean? Like how much time means? What do you mean? Like if you are
I think he want to mean that how much time we should give to the activities to the club and ARC.
okay, this again depends if online offline. If you are on, but that doesn't matter. If you are in offline, what happens is you'll be having classes. Once classes are done, once 5, say for example 5, the classes are done. Once after 5, we'll have a small meet and the things that is happening. So up to 6 that will happen, and then once that those are done, every day we'll have a meet. So 1 hour, maximum 1 hour. If it is not, if there is an event that is coming nearby, say for example the SOAR only you guys are conducting next year, then you people have to participate. You people have to take a lot of time, like say 2 days before you will be taking some 4 hours. During events nearby time, you'll be spending a lot of time. Other than that, periodic works, regular consistent works is what will be required. Every day you can take some 1 to 2 hours in that way. But it depends also. If you are aiming for something high now, you might give a lot of time, and in online that will not be an issue. Your classes will be there and you will be able to manage it at the same time. It will not be an issue. And I don't think you need not think about it, because once you start working on something interesting, time will not be the factor that will be affecting you. Like time is something that is there too much. That will not be the issue maximum.
Okay, so another question: what are the prerequisite skills to be the part of the club? Okay.
So
The
maybe I
prerequisite
can
are
answer
really
that.
none.
Yeah, so I'd like to answer that. Actually, most of the presentations that you saw in this SOAR event, most of the things presented, most of the projects made, it were actually learned after we have joined the club. Like for example, me or anybody else, we have learned these skills after we have come into the club. And yeah, all you need to know that after coming to the club, you or just in the recruitment process also, you have to show some sort of an engagement to it, some sort of an initiative, that every week you have to make some sort of progress in learning a particular niche or particular field. Other than that, you don't need any prerequisite knowledge. You don't need to know Arduino and everything beforehand, but you should have a characters that after coming into the club, you should have a mentality of learning about those things and working on them in the future. So yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, so I guess we don't have any more questions. Yeah, Bhaiya, can we join the club if you already a club member?
You can join, no issues. In fact, people in this club itself already are a member of 2 or more 3 clubs. No issues. That doesn't matter. If you're as well, if you're able to manage things, you can. No issues in that.
Yes, I think in the Q&A section, no more questions are there. We answered all the questions that is available on the Q&A section that is asked. Okay, guys, it was a wonderful session. Now, one thing, guys, when Mayur was presenting about this Robo Soccer and these events, I think the video didn't play well. So I'd like to show you that video, because that video was really awesome. Now, what our club is going to organize. So wait, let me show you that video. You will get a glimpse of what our club is doing. Like, yeah. Can anybody confirm, is the screen visible? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you can see this one. This is a Robo Soccer. So you can see it was a really wonderful thing. These are the events that our club is going to organize. So yeah, there's another question, like, is the programming language should know for it depends on the basic C is enough for you for starting, like C or C++. So this is about the introduction about this club, our club. So if you like our club, you can join this club. Shortly, you are going to organize some SOAR classes, like classes of robotics and classes of web development, app development, many more. We'll inform that. Just you can find the information on our website, that is anarknita.in. So thank you all for joining this. Now, Harshita, will you like to add something, or we can conclude here?
Yeah, let's
Pratik,
conclude.
there is another question that I see in the chat that says that I didn't receive mail. How will I know when is the
Yeah.
next
One
session?
thing, one thing, bro. I think one few mails are wrong. I think you have typed wrong, so I can't do anything. The mail got bounced back. I mailed you, but I think you are that person only. The mail got bounced. So when you are registering for an event now, please make sure that you cross-check the mail you are giving because some mails are bouncing back. Okay, guys. I think it's over now. If any more questions, you can ask, or we can conclude the session here. I think no more questions. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining for this SOAR event. We'll meet you soon with the SOAR classes. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, you can leave now.